everyone, my name is Lindsay, and if you have never clicked on my channel before, I really hope that you subscribe, and you can do that by clicking the little subscribe button that's floating around the screen now, or below me if you happen to be on a mobile phone. But it really just notifies you every time that I upload, so if you aren't subscribed, I really hope you can do that. And also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at LindsayJordanYT, and I'm following a ton of you guys back on there, so I just recently made that, so go give your girl a follow. And yeah, so now on to the point of this video. This is going to be another installment in my college advice series, which you guys seem to really enjoy, so I'm so excited to bring this to you. And this is going to be my how to be productive and stop procrastinating video. So growing up, I've always been really motivated. It's just kind of how my personality is. My brother is like the opposite. He's a huge procrastinator, but over the years, I have gotten even better with this whole like productivity thing, so I figured I would share some of my tips with you all now. So I wrote them down. I think I have 10 tips to show you guys, so let's just get started. So tip number one is probably hard for most people because I know a lot of my friends really suck at this, but you should try and wake up early. And by early, I would say 8 o'clock is a good time to have as your routine wake up. You can start your day off. It really just helps, and then that way if you do need a little bit of time to kind of like get out of that groggy funk, you have the time to do so, and then you can be productive by say 9 a.m. and that's already like so much longer than if you would have slept in and started being productive right at like 11. Tip number two would definitely be to work in a clean environment, and that being said, definitely have a clean workspace and neat room. I definitely find that like when my room is really messy, all I want to do is lay in bed. For some reason, I'm not very highly productive in a messy workspace, so I would suggest just kind of like clearing off that clutter. Making your bed is a huge tip because whenever I come home to a made bed, it just makes me want to continue my day rather than getting in my bed. So I think that kind of thing is a huge aspect. So my third tip has to do a little bit more with procrastination, but essentially it's the same thing, and this has to do with using my planner. This is mine. I have the Erin Condren Life Planner, and I have the new, if you know what these are, I have like the time layout one. So as you can see, I'm currently on spring break, but this is what it looks like, and I was thinking of doing a how I organize my planner type video. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, go ahead and comment that down below so that I know. So what I do with my planner is I basically, in the beginning of the day, write down everything that I want to get done that day. I honestly write the simplest things to like make my bed, just because it feels so good to scratch things off or write that big check mark. It's just a very rewarding feeling, and so writing things that I know I'm gonna do anyway, like going to class, it really does help because it gives you a schedule to your day, and then you'll stick to that schedule. So that is kind of how I use my planner, and I think that's a really good way to utilize it to the best of its ability, because the worst thing you want to do is have a planner and never write in it. So I suggest at the beginning of the day making your to-do list and then organizing your day that way. So my fourth tip with being productive is definitely getting ready. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is definitely something that I struggle with, and most days I do wear a big sorority t-shirt and gym shorts, but sometimes it does help if you put on a little bit of mascara and a shirt like this instead of a t-shirt. I feel like if your body is ready for the day, you will kind of like conquer more tasks instead of, like I said, just taking a nap or something like that. For me personally, I really can't function in the morning without a cup of coffee, so I would definitely have to say if you're not a coffee drinker and you need a little bit of extra caffeine in the morning, especially if you're trying to get up early, I would say that drinking coffee just makes me feel like a very productive person. I also think that when I have a cup of coffee, I feel like a businesswoman in New York City or something like that, and I'm just gonna like tackle a bunch of things. So again, it's one of those like mind over matter things, but I definitely feel like drinking coffee makes me very productive. Another really big thing for me to stop procrastinating is leaving the house. I think this is huge because if I'm the type of person that if I'm at home, I'm going to be in my bed watching How I Met Your Mother or whatever, I'm not going to be doing work that I need to be doing. So I would say leaving the house and going to, for me, either the sorority house or like the library or a coffee shop or something in order to get work done. It's definitely a necessity for me because I know if I stay home, I'm not going to do the things that I need to do. The next tip that I have is to clear out any distractions that you might have in your room, and by this I mean more for schoolwork. So if I'm trying to like write a paper or something like that, I need to turn my phone off. I need to clear out the distractions, and this is probably the hardest thing to do in the world, and I totally understand. I'm in the same boat, but it's just something that once you do it, you will kind of get the paper done, and then you can move on to the rest of your day. And that's kind of like the mindset that I keep when I'm doing schoolwork. So my next tip actually just has to do with changing your perspective and the way that you think about procrastinating. For me, I kind of think about it as if the time that I would be spending on Facebook or Instagram or whatever while I'm procrastinating, you know, an essay, I could have been already working on the essay and then finish it before I was even done procrastinating. So if you think about it that way, it kind of just makes more sense to just tackle the assignment. You just kind of have to like put your mind in that sort of a mentality. I also think that when I am procrastinating on Facebook for some sort of assignment, I'm still stressing about that assignment. My brain is still, you know, in the back of my mind really stressed out, and I'm not fully relaxed and enjoying, you know, my social media. Whereas if I was doing, you know, the Facebooking and stuff like that after my essay was over, it would be complete relaxation. So I kind of just use that more of as a reward instead of going on Facebook with that additional stress of the essay, if that makes any sense. So changing your mentality that way is a huge thing and will really, really help you in becoming less of a procrastinator. Another thing that I think is really important is to break down your projects and assignments as soon as you get them. Once I get a big project or something, I break down sort of a timeline of the dates that I want to have certain aspects of the assignment finished by. And with that, you will be so much less stressed out, and you can reward yourself. So if you finish, you know, a certain part of the assignment by a certain day, you can have, you know, the next day to do nothing with it, and then you're kind of just like breaking it down. Whereas if you wait last minute and do a ton of work in one night, you're just gonna be so stressed. Whereas this keeps you way more positive and way more productive, and you're just doing little bits at a time, and it's just a way better way to complete a huge assignment. So the final tip I have is just to stay positive, stay happy and alive and stuff like that. Just remember that you're doing everything for your career goals, and everything that you're doing that's productive is for a reason. So if you just have that mentality and stay positive, then working and doing all of your work is going to be more of a positive thing than something that you like have to do. So that is actually it for today's video. Don't forget to thumbs it up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you happen to be new here. I post videos every single Friday, so that's really exciting. And then also follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter and Pinterest and all that stuff. Everything is linked in the description box down below for you all. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you next Friday with another video. Bye!